I used to love the movie. Never actually knew there was a game. So
I see. I didn't know there was a movie. I only knew there was a game.
Oh,
so
there you go.
Look at that.
Together we complete the magic.
Hey Internet, how's it going? It's River City Pickups here with World 1-11, so that's 111 right here for you. I'm Ed.
This is Max.
And yeah, it was not a lot to talk about at the beginning here. I mean, I'm really happy with the way things are going. We got a lot of things to clearly plug. We've talked about them
very
before.
Close to 100 subscribers very soon.
Yeah, so
I think about 70 or so at the time of this recording. So
somewhere close to it. So look out for a 100 subscriber
let
contest
people know
coming up
about
soon.
us. Yeah, because as soon as we get to 100 subscribers, we're going to be giving away a few games. So
yeah,
definitely let people know about us.
Keep an eye out for that, and we'll really advertise that 100 subscriber video when it comes. Also, we're part of a
new project from Nate
Nate.
from the thriftdwellers.
Again,
RetroCanadaX.blogspot.com,
which is we're going to put right down below.
Comments there. Or,
we're also going to put the Facebook down there. Again, it's our videos we're a contributor for it. So are Michael B, SeeJayAre.
Yep, I got a couple other people there.
Canadian
Matthew
Zangief.
64-bit.
Yeah, 64-bit Matthew. Yeah. And of course the thriftdwellers.
Yeah.
So I mean,
a couple other people. You know, actually, I want to get used to know who these people are. So.
Absolutely, yeah, because we're all kind of the same community. It's a Canadian community, so Canadian grown and Canadian created. So
that's right. Get that maple syrup. Yes, I'm just gonna start off with the first couple things here. Now, first one here, I'm just gonna start off because talked about this a couple videos ago. Very hard to find TurboGrafx 16 games.
Absolutely.
Here. Very, very happy with this one, which would be Dungeon Explorer. So actually, if anyone hasn't played this, it's pretty much Gauntlet for the TurboGrafx 16, which is not a bad thing at all.
No, not at all.
Really enjoyed it. Really, really had fun playing it. I really played it, or meant to play it for about 5 minutes. Ended up playing for a good half an hour.
See, I'm not as big of a fan of this game, just because I don't like that style. But it is a good game. Like, there's no doubt about it. I have it. I would never get rid of it.
Yeah. Next one here, a game for the DS. Very obviously popular series. I haven't played this reboot, so I'm very excited to find out more about Final Fantasy IV for the DS, which of course was 2 on the Super Nintendo.
Yeah, awesome reboot. It's graphics are really good. Music is done beautifully in it. I'm really happy with it just in general.
I've just kind of played the first couple of minutes. Obviously, they redid the thing
completely ground up. Yeah, they scrapped. Well, they didn't scrap. They kept the story and stuff, but it's really well done, well written. Awesome game. Really a big fan of it. If you haven't tried it, go try it.
Yep. Next one here, Box GBA game, part of the classic NES series. Now, if you haven't played this on either system, definitely would recommend picking up Xevious. Only picked this up for a couple bucks cheap at our local P&P Games here in Winnipeg, Manitoba.
Which, don't fret on retail. Go check retail out, because sometimes you can get some decent deals there that they just slips underneath their nose sometimes.
True, and obviously, higher end games, they're going to ask that much for them.
Yeah, they pay attention to the really expensive ones, but the smaller ones they tend to just let pass at a lower
practically
price.
give them away.
And the pursuit of the SNES. We have got a couple here for that, so that's super sweet. This one I was actually watching a John Tron video, which made me want to pick it up.
Yeah.
But he seems to tend to review dinosaur games for some reason.
Just crappy games in general?
I think it's just crappy games in general. But we're back at Dinosaur Story. That's now in the collection. I'm a little bit happier to have this one than the last one.
Definitely very uncommon.
Uncommon game, and it is a sequel to a less common game, more well-known.
I wouldn't say sequel, more of a spiritual successor.
Yeah, successor.
Successor is a better word for that.
But that would be Space Ace, and it is the successor to Dragon's Lair. Yeah, Dragon's Lair. So if you don't know what that is, it was a full motion game that you just kind of push buttons at certain times, like time action events, to get through it. And very notoriously difficult.
And the cartoon style, especially for the older games with Don Bluth, who did a lot of the old school Disney movies.
Sword and Stone.
Sword and Stone, Jungle Book, stuff like that. You can really tell from the art style.
It has the same. He tends to use that same warrior character and everything. Like it looks a lot
with the nose,
right?
With
the nose and the bigger chest. And really skinny waist. Yeah, that guy. Next is a Chimerica game, and those that don't know what a Chimerica game is, it is
unofficial license NES game,
it's a gold card game, and if you can see the back of it, they have little switches there that literally say if they're position B, only use this position if the game does not work in position A. So whatever the hell that's.
It just means flip till one works.
Yeah, eventually it's going to work. Especially because this was their way of getting past the copyright
lockout chip.
NES
lockout chip.
But that game that I got is The Fantastic Adventures of Dizzy.
Those are fantastic adventures.
This is actually a really decent game. It's one of the few Chimerica games that I actually really want
Surprisingly,
to get.
some of their games are kind of crap. Now for my next couple, I'm just going to go through these really quick. Got these from a coworker, actually the same one I got the Kirby game from in a previous video.
That's pretty sweet.
Not much to say about these, obviously pretty self-explanatory. Mario Party 1 and 2. Picked them up pretty cheap. This is going to be a double. I'm going to use for trades later on. So pretty happy to have that.
Not too bad.
Next one here, I kind of have a very fond memory of this game.
You know, a lot of people don't like it, but it's a good game. It's not bad. It's
technically like a rail shooter. Technically.
Really, yeah. Kind of if you break it down to its fundamentals, it's a rail shooter.
Yep, and that game would be Pokemon Snap. Again, I kind of have a soft spot for this game. Really remember playing it back in the day. And actually, maybe in some of our younger viewers, what they used to have with this was like a kiosk in Blockbusters.
Where you could print out your photos.
Yeah, so you take your in-game photos, save them to the cart, bring your cartridge to your local Blockbuster, and print them all out, which is a really cool novel idea. You obviously don't see stuff like that anymore.
No, that stuff is long gone. It's too bad, because those things that really brought gaming to life.
It's actually really cool to find one of those kiosks. So
that would be kind of cool.
That'd be super awesome. Then the next one I have here, really awesome game. I think people kind of crap on this because it's not really explained how to progress in the best way possible. Now, if you just pop this in, and that would be Yoshi Story on the N64, you might pop through it in like 20 minutes and be like, what the hell, this game's so damn short.
Yep.
But really the point of it is to find all the proper food for the Yoshi you're using, and you get more levels added to the game. And it's just kind of a way to open it up and expand it, but
you can make this game
explained properly.
You get what you put into this game. And that definitely is the best way to describe it. If you don't put anything into this game, you're not going to get anything out of it. Next pickup is one that we actually ordered from Bethesda.
Well, not we, but...
Well, not we, yeah.
Yes.
Me and my wife, Steph, ordered from Bethesda and are quite happy that we got this. This is a limited...
Pretty awesome.
Yeah.
You showed me this earlier.
Yeah, it's limited to 10,000 of them. So I'm going to cut to some footage of her showing this off, and she's really proud of it, so this is her chance to be able to show something she's very proud of.
So take it away, Steph.
I just got in the mail something I'm very excited about. Bought it off of Bethesda website for $100. It's the Elder Scrolls Lore Collection, so it's more Elder Scrolls Online, but it works for all of these, the whole thing. So we have a whole map of Tamriel. It's actually really nice, kind of an old school look. And then we have the, because this is a limited amount that they printed, and I think it's only 10,000 that they printed. I managed to get the first half of them, 4,200 whatever. And then a lithograph of all the heroes started in the startup movie. Then we have this, which feels more like picking up a book out of the game, but it's pretty much your bestiary. It doesn't go into details like stats or any of that, but it's like a story where heroes are going around Tamriel and describing, you know, what they go up against. And then we have I'm not going to open it because it's all tangled and whatnot, but this is pretty much an alchemist apprentice journal. So it has like plants and what you do with it and all that good stuff, and yeah, there's a story to it too. And then this is your basic weapons and armor, and in Elder Scrolls Online it's specific to each race that you can pick. So everything from Ultimer to Bosmer to Orcs to Khajiit, all of that good stuff, different things, different styles, really interesting, along with a picture of a hero from each race. So back to Ed and Max for your viewing pleasure.
So there you have it.
Yeah, there you go.
That's
pretty awesome thing to have in your collection.
It's
like, especially
super
if you were a
cool.
Bethesda fan, like their type of games.
Oh yeah, I mean, and something that's limited like that is really cool. And having the lure of the game in book form, not in a this is how you beat the game book, but an actual like this is the monsters.
Kind of a
in the
representation
game.
of like the like you mentioned, the lore of the game.
Yeah, having a journal from a wizard, that's super cool. So thank you very much, Steph. I appreciate you you sending us back and showing all that stuff. That's super cool. And yeah, so that's another pickup of ours.
Yep.
I got one more.
Here, yeah.
Two more actually.
Awesome. Gotta love this game.
Collector's edition of this game. Quite a big fan of it. I knew I was going to be because I'm a big fan of the show.
Well, for me, when I first heard about this, it was super hyped up, obviously. People were like, oh, this is going to be the game that changes everything. And you know what? It's not really a game changer.
I don't think it changed anything.
But really awesome, really well done. And I was very surprised when I played it and enjoyed it. But
that game is The Stick of Truth. And
right.
I got the collector's edition with Cartman. Pretty big fan. It's got a very nice, like, hand-drawn map of
like
the
in a crayon style, yeah.
Yeah, done by Cartman.
Cool.
It's super cool. Absolutely love the game. I really like the way that it plays out. It plays a lot like Paper Mario.
Yeah, it really does.
The next one is going to be passed off to Max.
Yeah, so this is my pickup of the week, so I'm very happy with this. Actually, this is something my girlfriend Krista picked up for herself. Now, because obviously we're together, we collect, you know, games together.
Your collection is her collection.
Exactly, and vice versa, so they're all yours, baby. Either way, really happy with this. I can't wait to play this after she's done playing it, because, yeah, really awesome game.
I've heard nothing but good things.
Bravely Default. So if you haven't heard of this, it's basically old school Final Fantasy done right.
I've heard very similar to Final Fantasy V.
Very similar, yeah.
Having the job classes in there. Not that I've even played this game, I just heard a lot about it. I'm really looking to play it, looking forward to playing it. And, you know, I'm just holding out to find the collector's edition myself, which will probably never happen.
Unless for a pretty hefty price. So.
Nintendo, you are the kings of having real collector's editions because you don't release much of them.
And it really is respectable. I mean, a lot of the like, so-called limited editions,
they really
produce a million of them, and it's like, really? I mean,
what's the point? Like, it's not really limited if everybody gets one.
Exactly.
Like, I can't go into a store without finding a limited edition Halo 3.
No.
Like 3 or 4 of them, for that matter. So, next on my pickup of the week, this is my big pickup of the week, and this is another actual limited edition that's really limited.
Especially when you see it, you'll see why.
This one I've watched the day after we got it, jumped up in price, so like it was one of those type of games.
Yep.
But that game I'm talking about is The Tale of Symphonia Chronicles.
I hear awesome stuff about the Tales game. I've never played one personally, but just from like my friends who are RPG fanatics, they're like, pick this up. Like,
this is the quintessential Tales game, actually. Symphonia, the one from GameCube, is the really, really good one that most people absolutely love. Now this game's pretty cool. I don't know if you can see it here. I can't really show it on the camera, but maybe. It comes with characters, a steel book for the game itself. It's got an art booklet. I believe it's got a 4-disc soundtrack, and it comes with 5 characters all in this one thing. Really, really nice package.
And you really gotta love when they make those collector editions with care. You can tell that they really put thought
They
into
care
this.
about this, yeah. Really good game though, and quite a big fan. So that's our pickup video this time. Do you have a question?
You know what? In honor of Steph being on today's video, I actually have a question. You know, she's a Pokemon fan. What's your favorite Pokemon? What's your favorite generation? So personally, for myself, really love the first generation of Pokemon. If I had to pick a favorite one, that's really tough. I would go with the starter, obviously Charmander. You know, cute little guy. Really like the fire Pokemon. Actually made your game a little harder picking them from the beginning. So yeah, so really love Charmander. That's mine.
Not a big fan of Pokemon, but I do know a little bit about it. So I'm going to take the cop out here. I'm going to go with Bulbasaur.
Okay.
I'm a fan of Bulbasaur, just because it's the one I'm most familiar with, and again, haven't had a lot of experience with it. So, if there's, you let us know what your favorite Pokemon is.
First generation Sandslash!
There you go.
we got Sandslash from Steph.
Yeah.
So again, you let us know what your favorite Pokemon is. It doesn't matter what generation.
Yeah, just let us know.
There's 700 and some odd ones that you can pick from now, so you've got a lot of choice.
Choices, yeah.
You let us know in the comments. We'll respond to you, and if we don't, we'll let Steph write a novel about it. So, either way, this is Ed.
This is Max.
And we are saying,
never put those controllers down.
It actually smells really good.